Sabrina the Teenage Witch's popularity in the 90s surprisingly didn't see as much crossover as you might think. Whereas many other TV series has got loads and loads of tie-ins, Sabrina only got a few, with most appearing on the PC. Sabrina: A Twitch in Time is a third-person 3D platformer released on the PS1 in 2001. It is the perfect example of just how poorly designed many PS1 games were. It has some of the most frustrating controls I've ever experienced, as well as one of the worst cameras ever.
Oh my gosh!
Both those two things make it nearly unplayable. If you do perversely play on, you'll find a wholly unsatisfying game that just isn't much fun to play. The story sees Sabrina's cat Salem causing trouble and managing to break the cosmic clock. Time is now in jeopardy and an evil villain called Chaos is unleashed. It's up to Sabrina to travel through time collecting the clock pieces, all while fending off Chaos's minions, leading to a climactic battle with the villain.
The Witches' Council office again?
Come on, they'll never miss one itty-bitty file, Sabrina.
Salem, your file is as thick as the Tokyo phone book. Let's see what really happened.
I don't believe this.
Free! After an eternity, I'm free!
Whoops. Time for me to be getting back home, Mr. Chaos, sir.
Allow me to help, my accidental rescuer. Have a ball, kitty cat. Time for you to go hang around elsewhere.
Salem, Chaos is loose.
Yeah? So?
And you broke the cosmic clock. It governs all of time and space. If it's broken, all of history could change.
Yeah. You think anybody will notice?
Of course. We have to fix it.
You will never succeed. Now that I'm free, chaos will prevail. The guardians of air, fire, water, and earth will defeat you in each of their worlds. I'm free!
Yipes! The only way to stop chaos is to hunt down all 12 pieces of the cosmic clock and put it back together again.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Well, let's go. There's no time like the present.
Well, there used to be.
It's a story we've seen 1,000 times before, and that's fine. It's simple and easy to understand. You begin in a hub and each world has levels for you to complete, culminating in a boss battle. Along the way, the Half-Witch will have to collect gems that are scattered throughout, and these are spent on outfits for her to wear. Sabrina can buy these from the fashion diva in the hub, and they allow her to enter certain portals and certain levels. You'll have to replay levels once you got Sabrina in the right costume to find all the clock pieces. It seems like a solid idea, until you realise it was done more than likely to avoid having to come up with new worlds and level designs. That's the least of a Twitch in Time's problems though. It is pure frustration to play because of Sabrina's movements and the horrible camera. She is sluggish and awkward to control, with jumping being the worst of it. Every jump feels like a leap into the unknown. Not such a problem if it's not a chasm, as Sabrina will take a little damage, allowing you to carry on.
Ow! Ow! The flibbity ribbit spell is so gross. I love it.
Then there is the aiming of spells. Something the game can't make up its mind about how it should be. Face an enemy, but you need to be close enough for the spell to actually hit, otherwise it just goes through them. There are different spells, but as almost all enemies take 3 hits to die, there really isn't a difference. Quickly you'll find yourself running past many, especially as some cannot be damaged. Another really frustrating element and making combat a bit of a joke. It gets no better at a boss battle, as it requires no skill, only pattern learning to defeat them. They all play out in the exact same fashion. Most of your deaths are more likely to come from falling to your doom than these guys. The game's save system is generous though, and you'll amass plenty of lives without really trying. Visually, the game looks pretty poor and is on the lower end of the PS1's graphical scale. Everything looks like it has sharp edges, and the textures are pretty rotten. The bright colours can't make up for the fact that there's nothing interesting to look at most of the time, but the character models are decent enough. Then there is the music, which is also lacking with little that sticks in the mind. However, the game does have some nice sound effects, in particular when using spells. The best thing about Sabrina at Twitch and Time is probably that Melissa Joan Hart and Nick Baker voiced their characters from the show, although you'll quickly tire of hearing the same lines of dialogue over and over again.
Well, look who's here, the trouble-causing cat.
It's my Sabrina!
Hey, no fair! I gotta run all over the place and you get to zip around in a bubble?
Wow, you've got more lives than a cat.
Salem, there you are. Got any good hints?
Repeat after me. Don't play with baby mammoths. Don't play with baby mammoths. The girls got loot. I see a shopping spree in your future.
Hey, no fair! I gotta run all over the place and you get to zip around in a bubble?
Hardcore fans of the show might get a kick out of this, but even they will be hard pressed to find too much to praise here. The visual quality of the game can be ignored. What can't be is just how infuriating it is to play. It really does have one of the worst cameras ever. Hey, you never know, what with the chilling adventures of Sabrina proving to be a success, maybe we'll get a good game based off of that.